We have profit percentage and we have profit or sales, whatever. So I need to create chart with profit percentage, with sales, and I can take order date on my x-axis. Maybe I can take a segment onto colors, right? So over here, we have sales, we have profit percentage, and we have our trend charts. But as of now, it shows in two different panes. Two different panes means one pane is this for profit percentage, another pane is for sales value. So what we can do is we can just right click, convert this into dual axis.
Okay.
Fine. As soon as I do that, you will see your legends. Earlier there were only 3 legends. Now you are getting 6 legends. What happened? For consumer profit, there is separate combination. For consumer sales, there is a separate combination. For corporate profit, there is a separate combination. So that is logical actually. Earlier you had 1 category and 3 colors. Now you have 2 categories and 3 colors, so it will be 6.
Yeah.
Fine. So trend wise or the number of legend wise, there is no confusion. But still the confusion is over here. If you see, for users, it might be a problem.
Yeah.
Right? Though it is correct, it is correct, but it might be a problem with the users because generally 99% people don't follow a scale. They will look at the trend, how it is going up, how it is going down.
Yeah.
So that's a human tendency. So while creating dashboards, we need to be careful with these type of things. Like generally, we need to put only measures which have the similar unit on dual axis charts. But over here we are putting it, but we have flaws also for each for these. So for sales, you are going up to 600K, whereas for profit, because it is percentage, you are getting maximum of 16 or 16. The only thing which you can do in order to remove confusion here, change the chart type. So maybe for profit, you can use bars, and for sales, you leave it as your trend.
Trends.
Right? And show the labels. That would be the best thing to remove confusion. And convert your profit percentage into actually percentage so that people will not confuse with this random number. Okay. So percentage wise, you have 9%, 10%, 13% in different categories. Total will be around like 13, 10, 23, and 9, around 30%, 30, 31%. But sales in 2016 for home office was this, for corporate office was this, and for consumer office was this. Correct? No issues?
Yeah.
This is your yearly format. You can go ahead and convert that into monthly one. You will get it something like this. A little more confusing, but kind of big trend for your data. I just converted that the whole range into months. And you, in this scenario, you can lower down the font for your label so that it will be little clear to the end users. Right? Still, it looks very hodgepodge.
Yeah.
So that's one. Now, if you go further on dual axis charts, I believe we saw any dual axis chart. No, fine. So now let me show you measures with the same.
Can we see? Can we show profit in that percentage instead of number?
That's what I'm going to do now. Right. Now I'm going to take profit and sales. Both are in numbers, no percentage.
No, previous one, jo, what you have created, I wanted to see in profit that range,
Mhm.
Yeah, y-axis. This one, profit percentage.
Mhm.
Profit percentage axis. I want to see that percentage in percentage range in percentage.
Okay. So right now it is showing like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to
Yeah,
change this, right?
yeah,
So go here, change
yeah, yeah.
that percentage. Okay. So as of now
Got-
for percentage, it shows decimal place 1. No, let me see. There has to be something.
Yes.
Okay. On axis, just convert this into percentage. There are two tabs, pane and axis. So go to axis and change this number into percentage. You'll get it
Okay.
like this.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, in this, the next chart, again the dual axis chart, but what we want to show is profit and sales both in dollars with
Okay.
dollar units. So over here, let me drag order date now. So as soon as we do it, it will show you something like this, right? Now you may say profit and sales both are in dollars. It should be correct, right? It can be an assumption,
Yeah.
hypothesis. But
Yeah. Yeah.
now if I see like this trend, this is my sales axis, orange color.
Yeah.
That orange starts from this level and ends here. My profit, this starts from here and ends here, ending at the same point. Are they equal? Is my profit equal to sales? I mean, for a third person who's looking at the visualization, they can have this thought, right? If both of trends are meeting at the same point, which means they are equal.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes.
So my question was, I'm repeating again.
Yeah.
My sales and profit, they both are meeting at this point.
Yes.
So are they equal?
No, it should be not equal, sir.
It should not be equal, right?
Yeah.
So what can we do in order to correct this? Because see, as a third person, if I look at it, they are meeting at the same point, which I will definitely say that it is same.
Yeah.
Or you can, right? I've just dragged profit and sales, created something like this, changed into dual axis chart, and we are finding that profit and sales are meeting at this point for 2019. So are we making 100% profit, right?
Yeah.
But that's not true, right? Why it is not true? If you see here, sales is starting from zero and going up to 1400K,
Yeah.
whereas your profit starts from zero and goes
Go.
up to 180K only.
Yeah.
Huge difference, huge difference. But the representation shows something else. As a third eye person or person from third eye, I mean, as a third person, it
Yes.
doesn't gives that clarity, right? So for
Yeah.
that, Tableau gives you one more option to synchronize those axes so that you will have same number on both the axes. And as soon as you do same number on your axis, you'll get something like this.
Okay.
Same numbers, 1400K, 1400K.
Yes.
Your, your profit is here and your sales is here.
Okay. That is correct now.
Right. Now it is correct. Now,
Mm.
if you wish, you can hide your axes, not required to show because these are showing the true values. You can show the label. It will be
Yeah.
clear to everyone. Correct?
Yeah.
With the same thing, we can follow a similar approach over here. I've just converted into quarters of different years. So the profit trend and sales trend. Now, if you see, Profit is also kind of going up, down, up, down. Over here it
Yeah.
is going up, up, then down. Similarly, your sales is also showing similar seasonality, going up, down, up, down. Every fourth quarter it is going
Yeah.
up. Third quarter
Mm.
it is going up, and fourth quarter it is going down. So that seasonality is there in the data. So that's a kind of dual axis chart we created using two trends. Now over here, if you wish, again, you have flexibility to kind of change charts for any particular measure. Don't care about the second one. You can change for one. Whatever you want, you can show. Right? Anything.
Yes, yes. By selecting one, and we can change that chart type.
Right. So these things are there for you. You can do that. Now, in case, let's say there is profit only. So basically what I'm going to talk about a dual axis chart wherein you must have heard about candle chart or lollipop chart in Tableau,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right?
Yes.
What is that? Is it
I
any
just
specific chart or
not a specific chart. It's a
Mhm.
customized chart.
Yeah, customized in sense like what we are doing, it is same. There is no difference between what we are doing right now and that chart, right? Whether it
Yeah.
is lollipop chart or candle chart,
Candle.
it is same thing. It is same
Yeah.
thing, right? The only thing is over here we took two measures. One was our profit and one was our
Sales.
sales. In case of lollipop chart or candle chart, it's same. I mean, you can same chart is known as both names. You need just one measure. For example, I took profit. I'll drag the profit once again, but the same steps. Dual axis.
Yeah.
We'll take order date. Sorry, order date. Convert that in whatever format you want. Right? Still, I have two axes. What I can
Yes.
do is I can synchronize in order to remove any confusion.
Yeah.
We can hide headers if required, right? Now
Yeah.
I'll convert one of them into bars and second into some other shape, maybe circle, right?
Yeah.
Further to this, I'll go ahead and play with their size. So something like this, little more. Okay, maybe little more you can increase. And for circles, again, you can, if you want, you can increase a bit. It's up to you, like the way you want to keep it. And then you can change the color of required objects. Over here, I'll just switch these measures so that my bar will be in the backend and circle will be on top. We can show the label, and here it goes, your lollipop chart. It's nothing but a dual axis chart for the same measure,
Okay.
right? So
Yeah.
it's nothing else. A simple dual axis chart. Fine. So that's one.
It's a very
Now, yeah, it's very simple.
uh,
At this place of circle, you can take any other symbol if you want, anything. Maybe plus sign or
yes.
star, right? Arrows, whichever you want, you can keep to make it more lucrative.
Yeah.
right? Now, not like this, but something like this, wherein I'll show you one more thing. Okay, so as of now, what we did, we took the labels over here, right? Where is the label?
Yeah.
Let me uncheck it for a moment. We'll go ahead and take that label was profit, right? We'll put it here. I'll format it custom. Let's show it on top where it's gone.
I think behind that star.
Behind that star. Why? Just a minute. I think the color we changed to white. We changed the color also at that time. Let me do it. Yes, it's coming like this.
Yeah.
So, right now, why for these you are not getting? You'll get it. Okay. I'll go to some format, and over here, let's convert this number into maybe custom. No, custom is something different. Number custom. Okay, this one, number custom. Decimal places I already don't have, so I don't want to show that. At the place of full number, let's show that in units, maybe 1000.
Okay.
How will it come? Prefix, suffix. Okay,
Oh, you
this is
changed
pay.
the for axis. Yeah, you changed for axis.
Yeah,
I
right,
have
right.
it.
Same thing. I mean, we'll have to do it here also.
Yeah.
So units 1000. Don't want to show you any this, and we'll bold it. Why it is not showing for this? 2, 2, 2, 2. So okay. Auto always show.
Still not showing. Okay.
Randomly it is showing and for okay, let me maximize it. Yes.
Yeah,
Now it is
maximum.
showing for this. For this it is not showing. Okay. One more option is there, I think. Because of this, mark all labels. Allow all labels. Yes, here we go.
Not showing.
Now it will show for everything.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's nothing but your creativity, like how much you can put in to show different same information in different methods. Okay, it's no magic. It is simple dual axis chart using same measure twice. We have created it. Correct. Now
Yeah.
this is in terms of bars and circles. Let's talk about pie chart. Okay, that is again going to follow similar methodology, but there is little mathematics involved. So when I say mathematics, basically, let's say you have categories and your, let's say profit, and you click on pie chart, you get your pie chart in simple statements, in simple, terms. Fine. So it's here. You can show the labels. Fine. So everything is fine. You are able to see technology, office supplies, then furniture,
Yeah.
and the profit in those segments. There could be possibility that you can show the profit percentage also here. like when I say profit percentage, basically this profit amount into percentage. You can convert that. So these things are easily possible. But what would be the chart known as dual axis of pi? Like bars, we created into dual axis, there were two bars, or we could have converted it one into trend or something like that.
Yeah.
What we can drive out of this pie chart if we convert into pie chart, dual axis chart? Any thoughts?
I will listen that donut chart.
Yep, correct. So for donut, as of now, we have not taken any calculated field for any of these charts. We were good, correct?
Yeah.
For donut chart, we need to take one calculated field. Or I would not say calculated field, I would say in simple word, I need a field wherein I can put my measures. See why I'm telling you. Over here you had axis, x-axis, y-axis.
Yes.
Do you see any axis here in pie chart?
No, we're not getting any access.
We don't have any axis. So we need to create axis, then we can create dual axis, right?
Yes, we
Right now
can.
it doesn't have any axis. So in order to create axis pie for pie chart, we need one calculated field or one dummy field,
Yes.
right?
And
So I'll just go ahead and create one dummy field. You can name it anything, test or, and I'll just give a value of 1 over here. Fine.
one dummy is already there.
Okay, I think we already created it. When we created it yesterday
Yesterday. Yeah.
for this. Yes. We can use the same.
Yeah.
So I'll just drag it onto rows
We'll
and
again
we'll
drop,
drag it again on rows.
and one we can make the dual axis by selecting one.
Yeah, we will do that. Let's go step by step, right? So
Yeah.
over here, if you see, like I've got two axes, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But what happened to my pie chart? What happened?
It's overlapping one by one.
Right. So basically, there were three slices in my pie chart.
Uh,
Three slices based out of category. Now, what happens as soon as we created axis? So against this axis, those slices have been distributed.
yeah.
Right? They are showing individual circles. So you will have all three circles over here. If you maybe reduce the size, I believe you will see there has to be, see, there is a blue circle,
Yes.
right? So all three circles will be here. It is just they are hidden. Okay, so as we go now, first of all, I don't want any calculation to be done using these dummy fields. I don't want any calculation. Otherwise, this will disturb my visualization, right?
Okay.
I've just taken them to create my axis or a placeholder so that I
Yes.
can create dual axis chart. So I need to avoid any kind of disturbance because of those calculated fields. And in order to do that, either I will go ahead and take it as attribute, right? That is one way of doing it.
Yes.
I just converted this into attribute, or I can go ahead and take measure as distinct count or average.
Okay.
There is a logic why average or distinct count only. Why not sum, median, or count, or anything else? We can take minimum also. Yes. Any thoughts? why only average, count distinct, or median is, sorry, minimum is possible. Maximum also you can take. In this scenario, maximum also you can take. But not any other aggregation. Okay,
Because of
let's,
calculated field.
because of calculated field, yes, but why? What is a specific about this calculated field?
Because we have taken one. Minimum is one.
Exactly.
Average we got one.
Count distinct will also be 1,
Yeah.
right? So it is not
Yes.
going to change in any of those scenarios. It will always be 1, 1, 1, 1. That's
Yes.
why we can take, and that was the reason we took 1 here in the dummy field.
Can we take zero here in the dummy field?
If you take 0, your axis is going to be ruined. See, over here it is fine. What about this one? This, okay. Over here you started getting the central line,
Yeah.
right? So that's the only change which you have seen so far. So this also shows the central line. Earlier it was
Yes.
not showing, right? So
Yeah.
I think there are ways you can avoid this central line also. We can avoid, let's see. If we can avoid central line, then maybe we can, yes, we can always take 0 also. We can take 0 also,
Yes.
right? My favorite
Then
has been 1.
yeah.
Hmm.
No, if I take zero, then we can go for some also. We
If
can
it
go
takes
for
0, yes, of course, of course, of course. It can take some, right? See, this
yeah.
time that has not changed.
Yeah.
Okay. So there are some pros and cons with these values, but be specific what you take because it should not impact your calculation. That's it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that was the logic, but we are still halfway through my donut chart.
Yeah.
Now what we will go ahead, we'll convert this into dual axis chart, right? As soon as we do it, it came something like this.
Yes.
One axis and second axis. How can you identify these on the cards? So under this marks, if you see, if I select any particular axis, something
Yeah.
changes, right?
Yes. Yes.
So what we need to do is basically two axes have the same values, same visualization, everything on both axes. So
Yes.
we need to do is from one axis, we need to remove everything. So I'll select this one and come here and we'll start removing my profit. We'll start removing my this as well as the categories. Fair
Okay.
enough. If you
Yeah.
go to this particular axis, you will still have those values over here,
Yes.
right? Because it is overlapping right now, you can't see that, but those things are still there on that axis. In order to make them visible, what we will do, we'll go
Mm.
ahead into this particular axis where we have removed everything. We'll
Yes.
reduce the size of this.
Yes. Then it
So
will show.
size, something like this.
Yeah.
You need to be careful because what happens here is as just after a click, it changes the selection. See?
Yeah.
Okay. Now this color, maybe I don't want this color. I can change this into white so that it will look better to me. Something like this.
Still,
I
still
can,
coming. Yeah.
no, that is because of labels. It's gone.
Okay.
And for these things, you can hide your headers.
Yes.
You'll be good. Okay. So your donut chart is ready. for categories and profit. Now let's
Okay.
say you need to show the same donut chart for different years. You can go ahead and put any date with the in year format, and you can see that. I'll say entire view. Here it's go. Okay.
Yeah. Good. Now, sir, I want the total in that
Mhm.
circle. Total three.
Okay. You want to show the total profit here, right? Or
Yes. Yes.
what do you want to show? Okay.
I can see the
So
sale,
total,
profit. Yeah.
yeah. So in order to show the total profit onto this,
Yes.
drag the profit onto labels, and you'll see that.
Yeah. That is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Similar to this, I mean, on the same chart, as of now, you can see 4 circles, 3
Yes.
categories. Maybe you want it by regions.
Yeah.
Region.
Very. Yeah.
Drag that region here. You will see it for all the regions: west, south, east, and central. Now, few places, now there is a confusion. For few places, see like this, you have something what you can't see,
Yeah.
right? It is
Not
just
visible.
because the overlapping circle has a bigger size. So you need to go here on this particular thing and reduce the size. Then
Yeah.
things will appear, right? But it's not good because for some it is looking good, for some it is not looking good, right?
Yeah.
In this scenario, I think only pie chart will be better. Something like this.
Yeah. Pie chart is better.
Right. Hmm. But if I don't include region, then that was coming as good. So yes. Right.
Yeah.
There could be one more thing. Over here, if you see, right, we are getting 4 circles, four donuts.
Okay.
Is it possible to create same size? Because see, over here, size, width, everything is changing according to the numbers.
Yeah. Depending on the number. Yeah.
Maybe I just want to change the angle. I mean, see, you see this portion, right?
Yes.
Maybe you want to change this portion, but height, width should remain same. That will be a better look, right? And that will
Yeah.
not change in case I drag region also, then this problem will not come. Getting this point?
No,
Because
actually.
my size,
Yeah.
okay. What I'm trying to say is
I
because
want
my
to remove.
size is
Yeah.
because my size is changing right now.
Yes.
That is why somewhere you can see, somewhere you don't see that.
Yeah.
My setting is not that dynamic over here. But
Okay.
if I show same size, same width for everything, just I change these slices depending on data, then it will be better, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So how can we achieve that? We'll go here. From size, I'll remove the profit. Just the slices are changing as my data is changing. You will see circle donut for everything. What do you say now?
Yeah. This is good.
Numbers are changing, angle is changing, same size, same width, and it's visible for everyone,
That is good.
right? So maybe we can follow this. But yes, pi is also this is also possible. So whichever looks better or whatever business demands, you can go ahead with that.
Yeah.
Right. Sometimes people say, because this donut, I mean the central one, we have make it white. You may want to show the color by profit over here.
Okay.
Say this.
Yeah, this is also good.
Right. So it's all about your creativity, what you want to put in. A lot of things you can create from one, visualization. It's all custom charts.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So let's move further. This was the donut chart. We created these things, trend bars. Okay. Now let's go ahead. Have you heard about word cloud?
No.
Okay.
Maybe tomorrow.
Um, word cloud. If you go to Google or generally in some websites, if you see or blogs on corner, they show some keywords and they show different size, like how much those words have been searched for. Let me type in word cloud images. See something like this.
Yeah. Yeah. This one I have seen, but I was not aware with the name.
Okay. How do you
Yeah.
create it? How people create these things?
No idea, sir.
Right. See, whatever you see here, those have been created by professional tools for word cloud, right?
Okay.
Though we cannot create that thing here, but in
Yeah.
Tableau, it offers you functionality to create word cloud, a basic
Okay.
word cloud. Basic word cloud means, let's say, I have these subcategories, right?
Yeah.
If you drag it here, you'll know accessories, appliances, or arts, or maybe let's go ahead and drag state. We have many states over here. Yes, these many states.
Yeah.
Now, if I ask you which state has the maximum sales and represent it in terms of, show the name of that state with the biggest size wherein you have the maximum sales.
Can we
Okay.
drag and
What
drop the state on the size?
you mean sales, right?
Sales. We
Let
can
me
sales on the,
let
we
me
can,
drag it on size. See what is happening.
no, instead of sales, we can drag a
Uh,
state on the size.
state
Something
on
like
the size. Let's see.
no.
No, nothing happened at this moment. And it is simply doing in the alphabetical order, nothing else.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
See, you are going in the right direction, but this visualization is not right. Okay. So what I mean is we'll be doing similar kind of thing what you are just talking about. But for that, you need to drag state onto text over here.
Okay.
We don't want to show any table, any chart, any trend, any bar graph, nothing. We want
Okay.
to put that text state onto text like this,
Okay.
right? And then because I want size to be driven by sales, wherever we have more sales, I want that state to be bigger.
Yes.
I'll drag sales onto size, right? Something
Yes.
like this. So
Yeah.
that represents your California has maximum sales, New York at second number, Texas
Yes.
at third, Washington, Pennsylvania, Florida, and so on. All 49 states. Fine. But this is not my word cloud. How can we go and represent that word cloud? We'll go to this drop down now, automatic. we'll go to text.
Okay.
And as soon as we do it,
That's fine.
this is the view which gets created, right? It's not here. It's not here, but with the combination of these, you can create it. On top
Okay.
of it, drag your state, put it on color. So you will see the colors by state name, size by sales. Maybe put some color in the background. And then present it.
The size increased on the basis of sale. California has maximum
Yes.
sale. Yes.
Yes. So on tooltip, you can see California has maximum sales, then New York, then Texas, Washington, Pennsylvania, and Florida. Right?
Yeah.
So these type of things you can apply here. This is known as word cloud in Tableau. You can take any other field also. Right now we took states. You can take any other field. See, its majority, it is used in case of sentiment analysis. So what happens, let's say you get NPS data or survey data of customers, right?
Yeah.
And over there you get some keywords, what customers mention in the survey data or whenever they provide feedback. So you
Yes.
identify those keywords and then you represent those keywords here, right?
Yeah.
That shows which keyword customers are focusing a lot.
Okay. Okay.
And
Yeah.
similarly on blogs, basically, whenever we show this word cloud, that shows like how many times your particular word has been searched. The more a particular word, if it is searched a lot, the size of that word will be bigger.
Okay.
So it's the same logic. Same logic. Right? Now
Yeah.
let's move ahead. On the same note, the way we have created this, we'll follow the similar steps once again. I'll put state over here, put sales onto size. I'll just go ahead and convert this into circles,
Okay.
right? Maybe I
Yeah.
can drag state onto color. Same steps. Only thing
Yeah.
is it was text. Now it is circle. Fine. This is
Yes.
your bubble chart. This is here,
Bubble chart is available.
right? So it's common. Maybe you can create bubble chart and then convert that into text. You will get
Yeah.
it word cloud. Fine. So it's a simple one. Did you read about normal chart? Sorry, normal distribution or central of tendency?
No. No. No, sir.
Okay, I would say read about that because it will be used here in some charts.
Okay. I will
Right?
go through that. Yeah.
Yeah. Tomorrow is Sunday. Just try to read it
Yeah. Yes.
so that Monday we can cover some of the charts.
Yeah.
Right, related to that, because see, as in when we will start going through those reference lines or box and whiskers or this bin, it's very important to know that where it is used, right? So
Yeah.
those
Okay. Okay.
concepts which I'm asking you to read, they will
Yeah.
help you out to understand these.
Yeah. Sure. Sure. Tomorrow I will go for that.
Right. Mhm. Right. So bubble chart, this donut. Now let's go ahead and talk about a little bit about calculated fields.
Yeah.
Right. So calculated fields generally, I mean, so far you might have seen we just created dummy field or profit field, But what it allows you to kind of create a custom field which is not available in your data, but you can generate a field in order to support your calculation or functionality.
Yes.
Right. If you see here, there are a number of functions which are available, which you
Yes.
can use for your calculations, right?
Yeah.
So generally starting from here, I would say select these. So these are all your mathematical
Calculate.
concepts, right? Sine, cosine, round, power, pi, minimum, maximum, log, right? These things. If you go by string, these things will be applicable on string fields. Over here, these are the regex expressions.
Yes.
Then you will upper, lower, trim, split. These things are basic. Any tool, whether it is Excel, SQL Server, or anything, wherever you will find these, most of these.
Yeah.
Like then, if you go for date, we'll be using some of these functions like date add, date def, date name, date part, max, minimum, month, now, quarter. So again, same combination. Most of these will be using during our implementation. Type
Yes.
conversion is generally to convert your data type.
Yeah.
Out of this, will use string and integer a lot. Others I don't know. I mean, depending on the requirement we can use, but these will be using very frequently.
A string and integer.
Yes. Logical is if else, so conditions will be using.
Yeah.
Right. And aggregate, sum, add, count, all that. So this will also be, we will be using frequently. User, so these are used once you start working with server, Tableau server.
W7.
So
Yeah.
in order to use your implement user or role based security, these will be very helpful, right?
Yeah.
So let's say you created a group on Tableau server and added 10 members in that,
Yeah.
right? Now once you develop this worksheet and deploy over there, if you are using is member of, right? So person who's looking at this report, if that person is part of that group, then only he'll be able to see it, otherwise he will not,
Okay.
right? You got it, or should I repeat?
Yeah. Repeat again.
Right. So let's say you created Tableau server. On Tableau server, you created one group,
Okay.
and in that group, you have added 10 members,
Okay.
right? That setup you have done. Now what you did, your developer created this Tableau dashboard and
Okay.
published this workbook on Tableau servers.
Okay.
Okay. And you shared the URL with 100 people in your organization.
Okay.
Now all 100 will try to open that URL.
Yes.
So anybody who's part of that group, what you have created there, those 10 members,
Yeah.
right? If you have used this condition is member of and marked it as true, so
Yeah.
only those 10 members can see this data. Other 90 people will not be able to see any visualization,
Okay.
right? So that's a role-based security you can apply, or group-based security, using these functions. You can check the username. If let's say in SQL table you have all the users,
Yes.
I'm going to I'm opening that URL what you have shared. If my name is present there or matches with this basically this username matches with the users in your list, then only you can allow. Otherwise, it will not. So these are the user-based function what you will be kind of using, but it will work with help of your Tableau server itself,
Okay. Okay. It's a role based
right?
like giving permission for
E-
that.
Exactly, right? Then table calculations. So like rank, next, last, index, these functions we'll be using. Out of this, we'll use rank maximum,
Okay.
right? So even I will uh, take two scenarios wherein I'll talk about rank.
Okay.
Then over here, these four formula: script bool, script integer, script real, and script str. These functions are you cannot use it uh, without until unless you connect with R server or Python server.
Okay.
You will be able to use these functions only if you are connected to R server or Python server in Tableau. Even you can
Okay.
see that example here also. It gave R example and Python example.
Yes.
Right. So only these four functions are allowed to be used once you are connected to these servers. Otherwise, you won't be able to use.
Yeah.
Then you have some other functions. These are your Windows system related.
Yes.
So you can use that. It's again depending on your system, the kind of version you use, or maybe left, right, on screen basically.
Okay.
Right. Let's say you dragged 10 fields over here on the screen, and then you want to do the window sum. So it will show the sum of only the elements which are on the screen.
Okay.
It's like that. Okay, I close
Tab-
that. Let me go back.
In Tableau, we can calculate that how many elements on the screen in desktop.
It will automatically do that. See, count you can apply, but these are the basically reference things what Tableau uses,
Okay.
right? Reference on the screen.
Okay.
So basically, when I say elements on the screen, means elements on the Tableau screen,
Okay.
right? So it's like that.
Okay.
Now related to special, so buffer, distance, make line, make point. I never use these things. Make point. These are related to your geodata, geographical
Yeah.
data. I never use these things. Buffer geometry number and units. Okay. Returns a buffer of the given distance around a point. Okay. Maybe we can use in the map analysis or geographical analysis.
Yeah. In map analysis, we can see that
Hmm,
distance buffer make point.
right. Okay. Now let's think about some scenarios where these calculated fields will be used. Right.
Yes.
So I'm okay. Let's before going to that, let's talk about filters and keep in mind, I mean, we'll be coming back to calculated field and parameters. Then because calculated field, I mean, one scenario was this, wherein we use sum and all, right? Aggregated functions.
Yeah.
This is one of the scenario. It's a simple scenario. We used it.
Yeah.
Similarly, there would be other cases also, right? So for example, let's take that example right away. Over here, if you see, if I convert this into date, you can see data,
Yes.
right? It all dates from my data starting from Jan 2016 to December 2019.
Yeah.
Correct. If I ask you that I want data of only last 7 months to be shown, what will you do? Or in other words, in the real scenario in operations, what happens? Show me the data of last 7 days only. We get such requirements, right?
Yes.
How would we implement such things, such scenarios?
By going filter, we can apply.
Okay, let me go to the filter. So filter for this date only, right?
Yes.
Okay, now
On the days, can select days.
days, here we go. 1, 2, 3,
And
4, 5, all the days.
okay. Okay.
Days means all the month days, starting
Yeah.
from 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5 to the
We cannot
maximum day.
recognize. Yeah, we cannot recognize there. We
Right,
cannot
that's wrong
recognize.
then.
Yeah. Month
Another
day.
thing, go to relative dates. Okay,
Okay.
Let's see what comes into relative date. It says relative dates today, last three, I mean today, let's say we are showing today, or last 7 days,
Yes.
something like this.
Yes.
Maybe last 7 weeks, last 7 months, last 7 quarters, or last 7 years, right?
Yes.
That we can do.
Yeah.
Over here, you need to apply this filter anchors relative to today, this
Calculating on the
date,
basis of today. Yeah.
right? But the problem here would be as soon as you save it, right?
Okay.
Whatever date you have maximum in your data, it will show data of last 7 days. No, just a minute. What I was trying to say is as soon as you save it, whatever date you have selected, it will be kind of static there,
Yeah. It cannot be changed.
right? It
Cannot.
will not dynamically change,
Okay.
right? So once, let's say you created this, saved your dashboard, published it, this date will be kind of saved in the Tableau itself, and it will show uh, relative to this date itself always.
Okay.
Okay. I believe, I mean, I'm not very confident here, frankly speaking. If I uncheck this, is it going to show me 7 days or not?
It should be so.
For always for last 7 days
Yes.
against today's date, right?
Against today. By default, it should take a default today days.
Okay. I hope that if that works, it's better, right?
Yeah.
Let's say if it is not working, there is another alternative that you can apply, right? That
Okay.
alternative will be using the calculated fields.
Okay.
So in this data, definitely we don't have. Okay, why don't we just test it? Let me add one more data source here. Because in this sample superstore, we don't have last 7 days data, right? That's why we can't
Yeah.
test it. What I connected? No, I don't want this. Sorry. Edit con. Okay. So in this data, I have last 7 days data.
Okay.
So we can definitely see what we want. Let's see. Go to next sheet over here. If you see, okay, it shows only 10,000 records, but let me change it into. Okay, so 8th May, 7th May, 6th May, 5th May. Today is what? 9th May.
9th May.
Right, so we have this data. Now let's
Yeah.
test it, what we were talking about. So day, if I put it here, go to relative.
Yeah.
Next, last 7 or last 3 days.
Yeah.
Okay,
Showing.
it's working.
Yeah.
It's working right now. I hope this is dynamic.
Yes.
If it is dynamic, that is fine. But the same thing can be achieved with calculated field also.
Okay.
So how would we do that? So last 6 we selected and it shows 5 because we have only 5. Ninth data is not there. Okay,
Yes.
it is including today also, which means in the calculation.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah, it's better. It's better.
Relative to this one, anchor relative to I can put like last 5 days. Yeah, suppose like 11 2020 1420.
Right.
You can give
So what?
a static date.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can,
So whatever date we give here, it
yeah, it
will
will.
do with respect to that.
Yes, by default it should
Okay.
be taken present date, current date.
Okay. Fine. So I think it's better. It's there. The functionality is there. In
Oh,
case this functionality is not there, I'll tell you how to do it.
okay.
I think in old version it was not there. That's why I implemented using calculated field. So over here, I will call it as date filter maybe.
Okay.
Uh, and we'll write a calculated field conditions. So if this is day field, right? I will
Yeah.
take day. What I'm trying to do is I want to see the data of last 7 days.
Yeah.
So so I will write if day is greater than or equal to, sorry, if today is basically today's date,
Yes.
right, is greater than or equal to, let me today minus 7. I need those many fields, right? So date add, we'll say date part will be day. Then we need to apply interval that will be minus 7 and then date that is today. We will have similar function in SQL Server also.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to do is today minus 7 in day format. Whatever date comes, like today minus 7, that should, if that is greater than or equal to your day, then you print as 1, else you print as 0 and end your calculation, right?
Yes.
You're getting this condition.
Yeah.
Something is wrong with that. We'll see that, but the condition you are okay.
Yeah.
Now, what is wrong here? It says expected type string found integer. Type string found integer results if expression. Okay. Okay. Sorry. The problem is this because one we have done in strings. 0 is also required in the string. You can have same type of outputs.
Yeah.
So as soon as we do that, the calculation is valid now. I'll implement it. We'll say okay, and then I will drag this thing over filters. Right?
Yeah.
I have
Okay.
0 or 1 only. If I
Okay.
select one and say apply, it should give me only those dates wherein my day is my day is today minus 7. Something else is wrong. That's why it is not happening. Right?
Yeah.
Something is wrong
No.
here. We need to see that what is wrong. So let's see it. Okay, not this one. Date filter, edit, date add function. That is what we have used. Date add. See, it says
Months.
months, comma
Date.
3, comma this is equal to date. Fine, that's fine. Okay, I got it. So basically, what happens? This function returns your date time format.
Okay.
Whereas this day is nothing but your only date.
Okay.
How I'm saying that it is only date? Go to edit data source. See, this field you don't have time component here. It is only date.
Okay.
So you need to convert this day into date and time.
Okay.
How can you do that?
By clicking on calendar, we can change the type.
Correct. So you'll go ahead and just change this. Though it will be 000, but the format will be correct.
Yeah.
Now if you come here and find, okay, let me reload it. Refresh. Wow, it's not working. It's not working. Why? So day, fine. We applied it on the same column. If date add day minus 7 today is greater than, sorry, greater than or equal, no, that's fine. Greater than or equal to.
Yeah.
Okay, let me, if I change this, is less than or equal to day, then 1. What was there? If it is less than, sorry, if it was greater than equal to or equal to day. Today minus 7 is greater than or equal to,
Less than equal to.
okay. I mean, all the entries will be greater than only, right?
Yes.
That's why. But now some conditions will be, in this scenario, some conditions will be greater than and some will be less. Maybe that's why it was showing all the values in that case. Because all the values will be less than only.
Yes.
Okay. So yes, this operator we were applying wrong. But as of now, as soon as we have done it, this is a dynamic formula. So as and when you will come to the sheet, it will
Yes.
automatically compare with the current date, today's date, and it will show you only 7 days.
Yeah.
So either you can go by that relative filter, or you can calculate this. You can use the calculated field, this function, and then put it
Yeah.
on the filters. So multiple ways to apply same functionality.
Yeah, that is correct. When we select
Correct.
0, what it will show from the filter?
Come again, please.
When we select
When we
0, yeah.
okay, when we select 0, it will show all other values except these 7.
Okay.
See?
Yeah.
It's basically we have created a flag for these dates. So if you go
Yeah.
here in the data and you see it, that's confirmed date filter. See, this is the flag we have created.
Yes.
You will have 000, and some places you'll have 111. So this is the calculated field. This field was not there in our data, but we have created it. So
Yeah.
that is why we call it calculated field. Right? So this is one thing. Now if I ask you to provide a functionality to users, to end users, if they want
Yes.
7 days, they can see last 7 days. If they want to see last 15 days, they can see last 15 days. If they want to see last 2 days, they can see last 2 days. How can you implement that thing? Dynamic.
They can. Yes. They can edit that instead of 7 days. They can change the date.
Once you deploy this Tableau dashboard into Tableau server,
Yeah.
even you will not be able to see this thing. You will not
Oh.
be able to edit. Then how will
Okay.
you give it to users?
We can give that parameter for selection.
Para, parameter is the solution for that,
Yes.
right? And in 99% of cases, parameter works with a calculated field,
Yeah.
right? I have seen rare scenarios wherein parameter works alone, but in 99% cases, parameter works with calculated fields and then it gets implemented. So over
Yeah.
here also, we will create one parameter and then we'll
Yeah.
bind that parameter with the same date filter
Yeah.
and we'll make it dynamic.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Okay.
let's go ahead and create parameter. I hope we are recording the session, no?
Yeah, recording. It's going recorded.
Yes. So parameter, I'll name it similar here also, like date filter.
Okay. Okay.
We can make a space to identify a difference, or we can name it as parameters date filter. And this time, because I want user to select a number, so maybe if you want, you can give a drop down or maybe give a range, right?
Okay.
Range maybe maximum allow only maximum 15 days. Means they can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many days they want, up to 15. More than 15 they cannot see.
Okay.
Whatever maximum you will put here, that will be the limit.
Okay.
So you can put 100 if you want, but at this moment, let's go with 15 or 20. Okay, whatever you
Okay.
want. So we'll just go ahead and do okay. Parameter is created, but it is useless unless it is not bind with the calculated field. It's not doing anything, right? Nothing is
No.
happening.
No.
Only this number is changing, but nothing is happening.
Yes.
So we need to bind this parameter with our calculated field. So what I'll do, I'll go here and date filter the number where we hard coded -7. I'll just change this and use my parameter over here, that is parameter date filter. Okay,
Yes.
and we'll say apply. Okay,
Also in 10 days.
so it is 10. That's why you see 10 days. If you increase it, it will increase. If you increase it, it will increase. Right? Put the numbers, whatever you want here. See accordingly.
Yeah, it's changing.
Weekdays. Right? You will have
Yes.
all that impact. So that is way you have implemented parameters. You have implemented calculated field
Yes.
on filter in order to give a dynamic functionality to users for their number of days to be selected. Maximum 20 because we gave 20.
Yes. Yes.
Right? Any questions?
No, that is clear.
Mhm. Okay. Anything, I mean, whatever we covered today, maybe donut, dual axis, any of these charts?
Here we can give that drop down also, no? We can select from the
In the
list.
drop down, you mean parameter, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we can go that. So just edit it. At the place of range, give drop down. Okay. Just a minute. What happened? Edit current value list. Display format. Okay. Current value. Okay. Go here. Right click.
Single value
Single
list.
value list. Right. Or maybe drop down list. I believe drop down list will be there. Yes. So you can select any number from here.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Good.
Yep. So I'll keep saving this because all of these we are going to use in final dashboards.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's create one more chart. This was related to this. Okay. On this functionality itself, right? One more functionality. As of now, I have given this to see last 7 days, last 10 days. You must have received a requirement wherein maybe user want to select start date and end date, and you want to show the data of between that date range.
Yeah.
How would you implement that? I mean, it's a common requirement. We get a lot.
Yeah. It's the same in the filter in range.
Same in the filter in range.
Yeah.
Range, you mean? Okay, let's go ahead.
In-
So let me create a copy. Duplicate. And I'll remove this filters. Measure values, let's take that. So date, you're saying where to go?
Relative date.
Range. Relative date or range?
Anyone. Relative date we can get there also range.
Okay, let's go with relative date first. We'll change it.
Range
Okay,
of date.
now
One option.
range of
Range.
dates
Yes. From here to here I can give. Yeah,
year to
starting date,
here.
ending date, third and fourth. Starting date, ending date we can get. Other option is also starting and up.
No, but my point is, let's say you have selected this date and this date, applied
Okay.
okay, and you are showing the data here,
Yes.
right? Once you will deploy this Tableau workbook as a user, can I select my start date and end date?
Okay. that is again calculated field.
Right. See,
Yeah.
from backend, definitely we can do a lot of things, but think about user, right? User experience is the greatest thing in the world today.
Yeah.
Right, any product you talk about, any report, any application, any software, if user experience is not good, that thing will not grow.
Yeah.
Because so think about the user experience, how much flexibility you can give to a user,
Yes.
right?
So we can go for that function date between. We are using an
Date
SQL date between.
date between, do we have that here? Let
No,
me
we have
see.
to create calculated field.
Okay, yeah, similar kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right. So but first of all, we will create two parameters.
Okay.
I will say start date. We'll create, we have converted that into date time, so we can have date time now, but
Okay.
let's have date only. That's a better thing. Date time will again create confusion. So okay, current value, fine. List, I don't want to give list, fine, I'll just leave it as it is.
Okay.
Start date, we'll duplicate it, we'll create, edit, we'll do it,
And
end
date.
date. So first of all, start date, and then we have show parameter control, end date. I'll remove the prior one. So I have got start date parameters and we have got end date parameters, right?
Yes.
But because parameter doesn't work until unless, I mean, in 99% cases, not in 100% case, it
Yes.
won't work until unless it is combined with a calculated field.
Yeah.
So we need to define one calculated field. We'll go ahead and create one calculated field. Again, I will say date range filter,
Yeah.
and then we'll write similar condition as you mentioned between. So we'll say if day is greater than or equal to which date?
Starting date.
Start date, and day is less than or equal to
End
end
date.
date. Means it will lie between start date and end date, then show 1, else show 0 and end you condition. Right?
Yes.
Okay. In this scenario, if you see, I have not used the single quotes. Either you need to use single quotes with both, or otherwise you don't show. Don't
Okay.
use. Right? I mean, the logic is they need to be in a same data type. That's it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if you use a string, they both will be in conditions. If you use quotes, they both will be in string. If you don't use quotes, they will not be in string.
Okay. Okay.
So that's the logic. So we just did it. Now another thing, why I was using string to avoid one step. Right over here, we use string. By doing so, it directly went here in dimensions.
Yes. Yes.
This time I have not used string, so it came into measures.
Measures.
Now the problem is if I drag it directly here, see, it will give all values or some average, most of the aggregations it will show. Though it's not a
Okay.
big problem for us, we can just go with all values and select these type of filters, right?
Okay. Yeah.
But these are not that clear as if you have a discrete values. So either change it into discrete,
Okay.
then come here. I hope then you get the better values. Yes,
Yes.
right? Or use a string so that you will directly get 0 or 1. So one step you can avoid if you are using as a string.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the advantage. Now I'll go ahead and select only once, ignore 0, apply. So my start date and end date, starting from 3rd May to 8th May.
Yes.
I can change my start date to maybe 26th of April, 26th of April to 8th of May, right?
Yes.
So this is what you have given user another flexibility to select their own start date and end date out of data.
Okay.
Okay.